For the EWPSA June 2-gun match, I used an IWI X95 rifle with an EOTech holographic sight and a SIG magnifier in a Unity flip-to-center mount. My pistol was a Langdon Beretta RDO with a holosun red dot. The first stage of the match, our second of the day, is orange and black. At the start signal, draw your pistol, start engaging these paper targets, work my way from left to right. It's the only logical way to shoot the course. Come over here and engage just that target from the left window because I can see everything else from the right window. However, I make a stage planning error here and have to do a standing reload.
Can't count.
Not ideal.
Actually, I got too many misses.
Come over here, clean up these last few pistol targets, and it's time to do some rifle shooting. We start in the shooting box to the right and engage 3 close black steel targets offhand. There's 2 that you can see there, and then 1 over to the left. All pretty easy shots. Back in the shooting area, we're going to engage all the mini USPSA rifle paper, and then we're going to re-engage the black steel targets and the orange target. They're, again, pretty close, so I just elect to take them here offhand without spending the time to build a supported shooting position. The orange target right there, it's a little bit further. Final black target you have to take from here.
I just need
And it's at this point that I make a second planning error.
Guy.
And I re-engage that target, then make an unnecessary reload, which hurts a fair bit, to put 2 rounds at that guy. That final single target, loaded in 30 rounds for. Not ideal. Stage 2, Bay 8, shot from the RO's point of view. We were sharing a GoPro, didn't have time to swap it
Stand
back.
by.
You start shooting this plate rack from within the shooting box, then you'll run into the shooting area. From there, engage all of the pistol paper. Here, if I'm going to shoot on the move, I need to be a little quicker. Something to practice. I'm not sure it was actually worth it to walk and shoot instead of running into position and then shooting. In this hallway, I think I go in a little bit too deep here. I could have stayed back another foot. Or opted to take this third target from the far right-hand side. At this point, abandon your pistol, switch to your rifle, do all the mini USPSA paper. There's 2 steel targets on the hill. You'll need 1 hit each from each of these 2 doorways. So I make a planning error here, and then I go too deep into the hallway again.
Hit.
I think what I should have done is shoot the mini USPSA paper.
Hit.
Here you see I go way too deep. I could have stopped 2 steps back to engage those. I should have done that paper first, then retrieved the doorway and done the steel. Moved to the left doorway, hit the steel again, and then shot all the USPSA minis. Would have saved me a magnifier transition. In general though, it's pretty clean shooting. Movement speed and pistol speed can improve. Nothing really disastrous though. That's for next stage.
If you're finished, unload and show clear.
Our final stage for the day was one of 2 that I designed for this match. The other one wasn't filmed. There's 5 rifle shooting positions and 4 rifle targets downrange. From the blue barrel, you need the left 2 steel left-handed or left-shouldered, and the right 2 steel from your right shoulder. The X95's balance made this a relatively easy task. There's 2 left and right shooting boxes. As points of the star where you just shoot unsupported. Any way you like. You can go prone, you can kneel, you can stand. There's nothing to rest the rifle on except the ground. One of the 2 back points of the star is the tank trap. Some part of the rifle must be touching the tank trap. This is a relatively easy position. Other point of the star is a designated port. The X95's massive height over bore gives me a little bit of trouble here. And I think the rifle despite what I say on camera here, was maybe starting to heat up.
It's too tall for the magnifier.
Maybe starting to have a little more spread.
Hit. I can angle it.
It's also the last stage of the day, and I'm getting tired, and I'm in poor physical shape.
This is all me, bro. Like a 12, it was a little bit of the gun. Hit. 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 This is all me being
Final shooting box.
too fat.
Here, I have a little bit of a stage layout error, where
Oh,
the
dang.
far left target's
That's
kind
kinda
of in
close.
the line of fire of the spinner. And sure enough, at some point during the day, somebody skimmed around off there. Did a little bit of damage to the spinner. So, lesson learned for next time. This is sort of where the wheels come off on this stage.
You're low, consistent.
Really? Alright. Fuck it.
Left. Just off the corner. Hit. 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 There we go.
Then you abandon your rifle, go with your pistol. You're gonna hose 2 paper targets real quick on this side. Then run over to the other side where you'll encounter a spinner. Not too bad there. Pistol was good this stage. Need to train
Thank
more
you.
cardio with the rifle. X95 is not a terribly accurate rifle, and I think it gets worse when hot. My particular example ranges from about 4.5 to 7 MOA 10-shot groups. As a stage, I really like the rifle part. I need to be more careful laying it out next time. I might recycle this later in the year with 2 pistol spinners, 1 on each side, and swapping the barrels in the shooting boxes, so there's a bit more weak side shooting. Quick match conclusions. I need to work on stage planning and execution, moving more precisely. I definitely could have shot the first 2 stages that were in this video more efficiently. I need to train cardio and shooting offhand with an elevated heart rate. I'm not sure how much time I'll have to train that before the August match because I have a newborn baby at home, so a little bit higher priorities there. For equipment, the Langdon was great. Need to get more time on the gun to realize its potential. I'm a Glock guy. I felt like I could have run the Beretta faster with some more practice, but I really have nothing bad to say about it. It was great. This was my first match with it. The X95 had good balance. Really liked the flip to center optics setup. I thought it worked very well with the X95. With ARs, sometimes you get that charging handle interference with the flip to center mount. None of that on the X95. Unfortunately, it's less accurate than my AK and really starts to struggle at range, and especially when hot. This is most obvious on Bay 12, where I had to shoot a 12-inch gong at like 250 yards and was just sort of dancing around it despite having a really solid shooting position. We didn't film it. You'll have to take my word for that. I'm officially relegating the X95 to fun gun status.